Steve accidentally shot Santa Claus, who was hiding inside a snowman. After the family buried the body, they pretended that nothing had happened, but soon Stan received a letter that said, "I know what you did in the woods," and every family member got the same letter, so they dug up the grave only to find the body gone. At that moment an elf appeared and said that Santa would come back for revenge on Christmas Day. At the North Pole, Santa's wounds were healing rapidly. The family decided to find a place to hide. They followed Roger to seek refuge with a friend living on the top of a mountain, but Haley also brought Jeff along. Stan immediately felt that something bad was going to happen. He rushed to the window and looked outside. Santa was already there leading an army of elves. It turned out that Jeff had written a letter to Santa telling him to deliver the gifts to this place. Stan flew into a rage and kicked Jeff out, but Bob was not worried at all. He grabbed his shotgun, ran outside, and opened fire. Stan prepared to take his son to back Bob up. The whole family was fully armed. They kept firing at the elves. The fearless Bob even threw Molotov cocktails, but there were too many elves. Even with heavy firepower, they could not stop them from charging up the mountain. Stan was hit by an arrow. The elves took the opportunity to release a snow monster that was immune to bullets. Fortunately, Bob threw another Molotov cocktail and defeated the snow monster, but Francine and Haley's ammunition quickly ran out. At the critical moment, it was Bob again who fought against 100 elves alone. An elf sneaked behind Stan and knocked him out. Santa was about to shoot Stan when Jeff rushed out and stopped him. They immediately dragged Stan back into the house. Now all the bullets were gone. Both sides were forced to engage in hand-to-hand combat. They fought from night till morning. Christmas was almost over. Santa could only appear on Christmas Day. Once dawn broke, he had to return to the North Pole. Before leaving, Santa said he would come back for revenge next Christmas. Soon the next Christmas arrived. This year, to avoid Santa, they planned to hide in sleep pods, but Steve was nowhere to be found. It turned out that every year Santa would kidnap some children and force them to mine for him. Soon Santa found Steve. To save his son, Stan had to turn to his father Krampus for help. Krampus led them across mountains and ridges through a dimensional portal to the North Pole. At this very moment, Santa was ready to kill Steve. At the critical juncture, the Smith family arrived, but they were quickly surrounded by elves. A little elf held up a stone and presented it to Santa. It turned out that this was what he had been searching for years. He showed off his plan to the Smith family. A long time ago, there was a hero who defeated the ancient giant Humba. After Humba died, the hero obtained the 7 holy lights, which granted him invincible power throughout history. Many people had tried to seize Humba power, but they all dug in the wrong place, because after the continents split, Humba body sank to the North Pole. Now he just needed to put Humba eye back in place, and he would gain the power of the 7 holy lights. Then he would break the restriction that only allowed him to appear on Christmas Day and rule the world with this powerful magic. For years, Santa had been kidnapping children just to find Humba body. Now his plan was finally going to succeed.